Mr. Gavin here with episode 4 of the top 5 custom races. If you've got any races to submit, put them in the comment section below, link them to the race you've created, and we'll try them during the week. Then the best 5 will make it to this video. It's quite fun to do, so we've got some fantastic races this week. So I just wanted to show you, this is a little bit of number 1. But I basically just wanted to tell you that if you've got any custom races or you want to see us do extra top 5 custom this or custom that, put it in the comment section and let's get started. So in 5th place we have the race called 4x4. 4x4, I completely nearly forgot its name. 4x4 Madness. Basically this one is for off-road vehicles. You start off by heading up Mount Chiliad in a very strange fashion. I would advise the bigger cars, but I don't want to give it away and spoil it, but I would advise the bigger cars. You end up with some fantastic jumps over rivers like this, where it can go completely wrong. You can go from first place to last place a lot of times in this race, so the person in the front isn't necessarily going to be the winner. You get to head over through the moss and the dunes and through the swamps, so sometimes you think your car's just going to swamp and you'll just fail. It comes across and heads over to the beach. I've missed out a big bit of this race because I didn't want to spoil it for you, but basically you end up driving along the beach and then heading to the finish line. In 4th place this week we have Los Santos TT. If you like motorbike racing, this is the best motorbike race ever. The roads are just perfect. We got this at night time, unfortunately, so you might not see it as well. And as you all know, I am not the best motorbike driver in the world, but this one is fantastic. The roads are just the sweetest roads. Paul H 1996, who does a lot of bike racing, loves this one. You can see that even with my limited skills, are flying around these corners, and it just sticks to the road like glue, even some tight turns like this. And there's also some twists and turns on this. Again, you go through some tunnels, but mostly it just ends up with, once you've done all the twists and turns, you head right down this last road, and this is where you can catch up and get the stream to come in first and win. Really good race. I would recommend anyone who likes bike racing to go on to a social club and download this straight away, because it is so much fun. As you can hear, I was actually last, but I'm really rubbish at bike races. So in 3rd place this week we have the race called Supercar Big Air Bridge. You can tell by its name that it's obviously supercars, and there is some huge air to have. This is the first jump where you start and you come off the bridge, and you can win or lose from here depending on your landing. But there's so many other jumps. You heard people explode in the background. There's so many other jumps and twists and turns that, again, the positions can change a lot. I mean, you can see I was fighting with this black car for position, and then ahead of us is even more jumps. Now the trick to this one is to take the right hand jump. If you can take the left hand one, you can sometimes end up hitting the actual bridge itself. Obviously this is the big air jump back onto the bridge. Thank you to Corey there for ramming me and twisting me upside down. I haven't showed you the whole race. I mean, there's lots more jumps and twists and turns in the middle, but I mean, if I showed you the whole race, then it won't be the point. And this is the last jump, and this is how you finish, back off the bridge. And if you're lucky enough, you land in the right spot, and I didn't win that one either. Number 2 this week is Go Big or Go Home. You can tell by the name that it is an extreme race. So it starts pretty much like this, a bad start for us. Jumping over loads and loads of canisters and buses. I ended up in the wall. But again, lots and lots of things change in this race. It's a fast-paced race with some really huge jumps. I mean, I think I actually kept it recording so you can see the second one, where they place barriers in the sky like that you can jump over. But again, if you get this slightly wrong, you're going to change position, and you could go from first to last, just as Paul did with his dirty racing this week. There's jumps like this all the way through the race that are just so cool. I mean, that was Paul ahead there. I can't remember if I actually catched him or not. Caught him? Catched him. So yeah, you can see from this that it is just huge air. It's a really good race. Even if you miss this actual jump here that I've shown you, you end up on the bottom road instead of the middle road, so you can still catch up and the players will be on the right. So in number 1 this week, this is by far one of our best races yet. Back to basics. Now you think from its name that it'll just be, you know, a basic race, but it's far from it. I mean, this is the start, and it's based primarily on this motorway. But did you see that gas canister that I went into? Now, if you get that timing wrong, the gas canisters are all over the place. You can blow up the person yourself or the person next to you. So watch out for them if you try this race, but I would definitely recommend trying it. There's just jumps everywhere that go over and under bridges. I mean, that went completely wrong because I hit the gas canister, ran into that person, and then they flew over and I didn't. And then it goes through the city, lots and lots of fast roads, through some stunts like that one, which are also a lot of fun. It's just jumps, but on an extreme level, but in a good place, so you can really get into racing. You come all the way through here, which is towards the end. Again, I've obviously cut bits out. More and more jumps over buildings. Some of them are actually slow-mo jumps. I mean, this next one that I'm going to show you, which is just down by the main Los Santos Customs, is the one where I always get caught out. So you got to jump up here and across onto that checkpoint. Now if you miss, like I did, you're still alright. You can head off and around the corner, but this is the last jump. Now you're supposed to jump them buildings and land on the beach. Now I've only ever managed to do it once, but once you jump that, if it's a close neck race and you make it and someone else doesn't, you've won the race. And it's actually 5,200 RP on a normal day, and that is it. So hit that like button and subscribe for more, and we'll keep these videos coming.